Why was that bathwater brown?
My family and I are so cheap that we all share one tub of water a day.
Oh, God. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It's Tiara, and for those who are new, welcome. So today we're going to be reacting to some of the world's cheapest moms. In my opinion, this is just getting out of hand. It's one thing to have a hack and actually assist the community, but it's another thing to do something so outrageous and then put a hack on top of it. It's just foolishness. We need to have this conversation because we can't be carrying this on to the next generation. It needs to end now. Life can never be that hard. I'm sorry. I don't even think flossing your teeth with hair is gonna get the job done. I'm not gonna even try it to confirm that. Two, I also wanna know, where did she get this idea from? Where in her right mind told her, oh, let me use my hair to floss my teeth? Guys, the crazy part is, just because she's doing this doesn't mean she can't afford floss. Like, that's just an assumption I just made. Some people got the coins, but they wanna do stuff like this just because it's cheaper. I have no words.
I like to use hair over dental floss. I know it sounds gross, but this just works as a great system. Doesn't cost me anything.
It doesn't cost you anything, but it costs your scalp. You're ripping out pieces of hair from your head to floss. That's an issue. And you guys are not about to gaslight me into thinking that I'm doing too much, because that is crazy. I know you guys might think it's gross. I don't think it's gross. It is gross. I'm gonna assume it's her house. If you could pay the mortgage or the rent or whatever it is, then I'm sure you could take $2 out of that to get some floss. What is happening? I really hope she doesn't have kids, because if they're looking at her for guidance, we're already taking the wrong steps. We're doomed.
18-year-old college-bound son, Alex.
Hi, Mom. I never have flossed my teeth with my hair before, ever.
Okay, we're good. Because that was my concern. If you got kids, they see you doing that and they take on from you, and then they want to be a dentist, then what? They're going to tell their clients that they should floss their teeth with hair? Like, no, that would have been a generational curse. So I'm glad her son has some kind of common sense.
Love of my heart, my son Alex is gonna be moving out soon, so now we're really tightening the purse strings.
My mom wants to save money for me for college. I have to grab a measuring cup and the cup I'm gonna pour it in, because I have to make sure it's only half a cup full. That gets kind of annoying after a while.
Alex really gets irritated with things that I propose on how we can save money around here.
Well, I'll see you later.
Love you. Bye.
I mean, I guess he doesn't need to drink the juice. It's not mandatory. All I hope is that she's not doing the same thing with water. A measuring cup to save money.
Every Monday, I go in, I get my latte, then I bring it home. To save money, I usually buy one large cup, and then I ration it out over the days. By ration,
You know what I just realized? Oh my gosh, guys, you're probably gonna laugh at me, but that's okay. I really just sat here and said, I really hope she doesn't have kids. And I just remembered the whole point of this video is cheapest moms. I just caught myself on that. So everybody we're about to watch today are parents. Please keep that in mind. So I feel like now when I have my comments and my opinions, I'm coming from a good place, because y'all got kids.
rationing out the latte over 3 days, I'm able to enjoy the latte for a third of the cost. The lipstick marks indicate how many times that I've had to reheat this cup of coffee.
Wait a minute. I was with her. I really was. I'm thinking the lady is just making the coffee every day because she doesn't want to go out and buy some herself. I get it. That makes a lot of sense, because these days buying coffee out is expensive. So yeah, I was with her. But she's talking about her lipstick stains. Tell her how often she uses the cup. It's never that serious. The least you could have done is wash the plastic cup. I already think it's one thing. The whole point of having plastic cups, plates, spoons, whatever, is so that you don't have to wash the dishes. Am I wrong? Not to reuse them. Dirty. That's so disgusting. And like I said, I'm pretty sure, I don't know how many times I've said this in my other videos, but this is literally proving my point that you cannot eat at everybody's house. You just can't. You can't. Because now you're at risk.
Like, you get this film on top that you gotta take off. That part's disgusting, but there's good stuff underneath that.
Her coffee moments are probably the most absurd. Coffee cups like all stained and has lipstick all over it, and it's just kind of gross.
Where is the CPS? Where are the cops? Where is the authority? Somebody. Because there's no way she just started doing this. If your son is going to college, I'm going to assume he's either 17 or 18. She did not start doing this year. I guarantee it. Did y'all see that cup? That is not new behavior.
I keep my chewed pieces of gum in the freezer because it helps preserve the flavor. I usually chew one piece every 3 days.
Oh my gosh. Where did she even think about this? Why she got the medicine divider for gum? I'm getting upset and I really don't need to because it's not directed at me, but it's like, what are we doing as a society? And the crazy part is there's people watching this who are probably getting ideas. They're probably writing this in their notes. That's just sickening.
Ride that out till about Tuesday. Then we get to Wednesday. That's when I treat myself with a whole new piece of gum. With this system, I don't spend more than $10 a year on gum.
I refuse to try that because I don't even like gum after like 2 hours.
Because you're the only normal one in that house, which is very unfortunate. I honestly feel horrible for the son. The fact that he has to live like this. I'm pretty sure the son is very happy he gets to go to college because I could not even imagine living like that. If that's how she does it with gum, I don't even want to know what she does with her food. Like, does she like chew some of her food and spit it out and save it for the next day? Like, I don't even know why. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to think about it. Let's just hope she doesn't host any family gatherings at her house.
I think it's much cheaper to wear wigs because I don't do hairstyling. I don't like hair cutting. I don't color my hair. I don't really even use any styling products.
I'm not gonna say nothing about the wigs because I mean, I can't talk. I think it's a great idea. I do it for the style. I'm sure a lot of people do. And if it saves you money, it saves you money. Honestly, I get that. So I'm with her. The part where I'm confused is why you got a George Washington wig. Why we got one of those? When we have all these options, you can get the Brazilian, the Indian, the wavy, the curly, the straight, the bob, the bust down. Out of all the options in the world, like, girl, I was with you for once. I couldn't get with you on anything else. I'm sorry, it looks ridiculous. I think there's a lot of different options. If you want to save money, I'm all for the wigs. But that one specifically can go in the trash.
We have 10 children. 5 still live at home. There. And I've always just been a cheapskate. And the more kids I have, the cheaper I've gotten.
Wait a minute. The more kids I have, the cheaper I've gotten. I think we're going the wrong direction. It's not to say that when you have more kids, you gotta be more expensive, but it's like, dang, if you have to be cheaper the more kids you have, then maybe it's time to stop having kids. That's just my train of thought. Cause think about it, you have one kid, right? They probably live a normal life. And by normal, I mean not putting gum in the freezer and eating it the next day. Then they have kid 2, still a little bit normal. And they got kid 3. Now they gotta wear the same underwear Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the other pair Tuesday, Thursday. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm trying to get at? If you gotta do all that for the more kids you have, then there's a problem.
If I have a project that requires real fur and I was to go out and buy that fur from the store, it's exorbitantly priced. So
here we go for roadkill. Here we go. Here we go.
I just hope they're not about to do what I think they're about to do. I really hope I'm just crazy. Because here's what I'm gathering. She's cheap, we get it. If she needs fur, she doesn't want to go to the store because it's too expensive. Now they're all in the car as a big happy family talking about roadkill.
But if you can find it along the road, it can be a lot cheaper.
it saves me hundreds of dollars. Something's fluffy.
It's a fox.
It's kind of weird to go find animals on the side of the road that probably have bugs in them.
This one's not going to work.
I don't need every piece of roadkill on the road.
You don't need any piece of roadkill on the road. What are y'all doing? Like, your kids are gonna be crazy. I don't even wanna know what the kids at school think. I'm sorry. You're setting your kids up for failure. They think this, oh my God, I paused it at the worst time. I don't even wanna know what your kids talk about at school, what they do, how they act. So yeah, I said it. You're setting them up for failure. I really hope that they're at least like the other son we just saw, where they think that the mom's weird and choose their own life and their own actions, because this is not okay. This is scary.
My mission is to find good roadkill on the road. And if it's fresh, and good, I'm a butcher. I have no problem whatsoever eating something that's fresh and good.
I'm so confused. I'm not trying to justify anything, but I thought the whole agenda here was to find an animal for the gift that she needed fur for. And now he's talking about I like to eat stuff that's fresh. Oh my God, bro. The money that you just put into the gas to do the road trip, why can't you put it in for food at a grocery store? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to hate on anybody's situation, but getting roadkill off the floor to either eat or make a birthday gift is insane.
The other roadkill that we found was a bunny.
Looks pretty fresh.
Cute.
The pelt was still good. The legs were still good. And so that was quite a find. She'll make something out of it. Maybe she'll make me a wallet one of these times.
I really don't like talking about people's kids, but you have your kid on the internet, not the internet, on a national TV show, talking about something it's cute.
Roadkill is to make some nice things for my family and for our neighbors. I'm gonna make these cute little purses because kids really like them. And sell it. Little see the edges and just make this cute little fur bag.
It's not even a crazy thought to make things out of fur. Like stores sell that kind of stuff, but I feel like it's processed, it's made in a way where it's not dangerous. But to pick it up off the floor and do it, like, is that not a health hazard? I can't be the only one thinking about that. Maybe I shouldn't be accepting gifts from everybody, because that's crazy.
Tammy and Yoshi for dinner. Tonight we're serving barbecued rabbit and a tossed salad made with flowers that we've gathered.
Please take those kids to Wendy's. Why are you feeding these kids roadkill rabbit and grass? How are they getting away with this? Imagine I had a kid and I posted on my Instagram story that we're having roadkill rabbit and grass. I'm sure the cops would show up in about 10 minutes.
It's so fun to be able to walk outside and know what you can pick and put in your salad and it doesn't cost you a cent.
Why don't we just buy something from the store?
Because it costs money.
Here's what I'll say about this. As a parent, if you like to eat dead animals on the road and grass, then you do what you want to do. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want. You have free will. Once you have kids, I think it should be illegal to pass that on. There has to be some kind of laws about that because there's just no way. I don't even think people eat that in jail. I hope not.
But they taste good.
It tastes gross. I just tried it.
Well, you shouldn't really be eating it unless it's washed because the cows came through here.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna have our next door neighbors over for dinner tonight.
Don't you love?
You're gonna have your neighbors over. This whole entire time, I'm thinking, okay, they're crazy. But maybe they're just crazy to themselves. But for them to bring people from the outside world into their crazy world, that's insane. All I'm gonna hope is that they're transparent with the neighbors so that they actually know what they're eating and getting themselves into, because that should be a hate crime.
When I invited Tammy and Yoshi, I just asked them to bring their own chairs.
Waiting all day for this. But how about some barbecued rabbit there, Yoshi?
There goes Easter. Terrible. I can't eat it.
Just a chicken.
I'm gonna try some of your salad. What do you have in here?
There's clover and sage blossoms.
Is this a regular thing for you too? Is to pick
Other people's yard
weeds?
trims.
They were our yard trim.
Those neighbors seem concerned. And so would I, because what are you talking about? If you see the looks on their faces, they look like they're ready to go home, and I don't blame them. Y'all know what I say about that? You can't eat at everybody's house.
Weeds, all weeds, dandelions, flowers, clovers, things that you just don't normally eat.
I have a little surprise for you. Can you take one? These are all things we made out of roadkill. You take one of those?
All right, party's over. I'm going home. Have a good night. If there's anybody watching this channel who thinks that this is normal, please get some help. What are you teaching your kids? I'm scared for the next generation. Why was that bathwater brown? Either somebody was playing in the dirt and was very dirty, or because we are watching Cheap Moms, I better not hear her say that that's the same water that everybody shares, because the second I hear that, we're gonna have to end the video.
If I can get something for free, I'd rather do that any time than shelling out $1. My family and I are so cheap that we all share one tub of water a day.
Oh God. Where is the psychiatrist? That is insane. I was hoping for her to say anything but that. And now I'm disgusted. Now I'm scarred. Now I'm terrified. Now your kid's gonna think this is okay and it's gonna be passed on to your grandkids. I'm having a very hard time processing this right now. I'm sorry to the viewers who are having a hard time as well. I truly understand your pain.
Save money on water and electricity. We use cold water. And the whole family takes a bath. My husband will take a bath, then I do, then Bub, then Ronnie, and it saves us a lot of money.
Sometimes I actually do want to take my own shower here and there. Can't really do much because my parents like to save water.
Think about how much water.
Oh my gosh. Talk about a horror story. At this point, forget the water. Why are the toes scrunched up like that? I pour my heart out to the sun. You'd be better off going to the beach and showering in their public bathrooms. I understand that there's bubbles. It's probably fooling you guys, but that's not clean water. That's unacceptable.
Ration our shampoo and body wash. I just pour the chin. Oh, that's enough for a month. We went out. Everybody's out of luck.
A month? I was really sitting here thinking that, wow, that bore was pretty decent for the bath. I can't even lie. But for a whole month? You guys are dirty. I just hope whatever they do for work is on an independent level where they're just by themselves, because it's really not fair for the human race to have to smell that.
By rationing her family's use of soap and shampoo, Melody manages to keep bottles for over 6 months. In fact, she's found a way to save on almost all of their household supplies.
I don't buy toilet paper. I use newspapers that we get free in town. Get that?
They wipe their cracks with newspapers. How are you scraping up that sharp metal up your tush? That's gotta hurt. I don't understand how this is okay. Like, why aren't there laws in place where people who act like this don't serve time? That's what I wanna know. With all these laws trying to get passed, that needs to be a law. I usually can keep myself together during these videos, but I don't know what it is about this one. People really live like this. And it's not always just about the finances. It's not that they can't afford some floss or some toilet paper. They're just doing it just because.
The most extreme thing I ever did to save on medical costs or any kind of costs like that is I removed my own teeth. If I have a cavity, I just take a little chisel and a hammer and I sit there and chip it and chip it and chip it until I can knock it out.
We're doomed. How are there people who live on this earth who think like that? Yes, it might have saved you some money to not go to the dentist, but a hammer, knocking out your teeth, is that really ever necessary? I don't think so. I am so baffled where I cannot gather my thoughts right now. It's really hard for me to make commentary on this because I'm doing my best to balance here. I'm trying to watch this video, I'm trying to react, and I'm also trying not to get canceled. But I think that is enough for today. This is gonna be the end of today's video. I wanna thank each and every one of you guys for joining, for tuning in. If you guys like what you watched, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps your girl out, and that'll also get you a spot in the YouTube crew. For anybody who is new to the YouTube crew, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you had a great time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you on the flip side. T is out.